Mimobi Akwaba. I want us to take a trip down memory lane. If you've been following me for a while, Mama Wati has say on my way, right? Last year, last 2 years, I'm running MPP wa be mono. Metaka asem we say, ade ba kwa eye me ya e wo man we mu 2020 election petition. The judges no eye unanimous in quote unanimous FC. The omode eye Tsatsu Tsikata. One of the things that eye me ya pa. And then me hu video, be old video of judges no. Adia no mo person omode Tsatsu Tsikata 1 penny. And I think it's quite interesting. We are going to go into it. And then your first time or subscribe, click the notification bell on the so. We understand latest news via Bawon Sabek. And before you go into the video, I want to put you on game. It was your inform a person share that video way. What would you me? Say Ufi and Ghana ha. This could be your backyard. Space na a wolf chino. This could be your backyard. For 0555893001. Na omo free Dubai and omo aba Ghana omo yes ejumai se wo hwe na se we need ho na opese wo backyard no FSA ya just call them or from my monti as me na me direct you but yes on be fine. Now in court when Tsatsu Tsikata was making his arguments utumi hu ne say na I mean obviously yenim say it was between the chairperson of the EC Jin Mensah and then the NDC and then the MPP also joined. But the Supreme Court judges, it was funny because at a point, they didn't even want Tsatsu Tsikata to mention Jin Mensah's name. That was how, interesting. Sad time, judges, decisions via Womuteki, no more better Tsatsu Tsikata crab about Jin Mensah thing. Now, the see a back and forth between Tsatsu Tsikata and then the Supreme Court panel.
2020, when? This is a question only one person in the world can answer. Mr. Tsikata, why wouldn't you limit? I'm sorry? Why wouldn't you limit?
And before we even continue the video, Masanzo Mamatia, Mekambium say, one of the biggest cases or instances of injustice at Supreme Court, in my personal opinion, Supreme Court, Ediaye Ghana for a year. In 2020, so we more prevent Jin Mensah from testifying because ye niya yet 2020 elections issues be bre eba ho. Intinanka was say Jin Mensah obabe kasa ni esua from the issues near the elections here. About to Supreme Court when I think say sa panel Supreme Court judges including Getrutokonu and the likes. Sa judges motena so they did a big disservice to this country. Personally, that is my personal decision, my personal, thought. The fact that they did not allow Jin Mensah to come to the witness box. Into share Tsatsu Tsikata. No, bisa say question be where was Jin Mensah ebabeyiano. No person no be to me ebabeyiano. But the judges obviously did not want to allow Jin Mensah to mount the witness box. And you do baby can no more pese Tsatsu Tsikata crab bo Jin Mensah din e wo court. Inti share the Tsatsu Tsikata
Your references to the EC, to the office, the chairperson rather than the personality. It seems to me that your attack is against the personality of the person and not the office. So we'll be happy if you just limit it to the chairperson. Respectfully, the EC, because in her absence, any of the deputies, anybody at all could step in. And respectfully, my lords, there is only one returning officer for the presidential elections. And that returning officer is not the EC. That returning officer is the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. And that chairperson, that's all. We are not interested. The chairperson has a name. I'm not able to mention the name of the chairperson. No, my Lord, respectfully, I want to understand. Am I being prohibited from mentioning the name of the chairperson? Is that the issue? Reading through your petition as to the instant application, the constant emphasis on the name What I'm telling you is that we'll be satisfied just with the designation, because in her absence, any of the deputies could act in that position.
My Lord,
So if it is an election petition, and you are challenging the election of the president, it is sufficient that the institution charged with the responsibility of conducting that election had done their work, and the chairperson, who is the head, represent that institution, and not the personality, the name.
my lords, with the greatest respect, I believe that the constitutional requirements regarding the returning officer and the particular circumstances that we are dealing with in this case do not make it possible to have the situation that you are envisaging, where somebody else steps in for the chairperson. Respectfully, the Constitution makes the chairperson and only that chairperson the returning officer. And in the circumstances of this case, that chairperson happened to be the person that we refer to in the petition. And that chairperson actually was the person who undertook her responsibilities in accordance with the various constitutional and legal provisions that we have. So, my Lord, we do not mention her name by way of targeting an individual. That is very far from it. My Lord, when I cited before you a decision of the Supreme Court, and I cited the decision of Justice Badegbe as an individual judge, he read a unanimous decision of the whole court. I did not target Mr. Justice Badegbe when I mentioned his name, because he happened to read that judgment, which was a unanimous decision of the court. And equally, I do not target Mrs. Jean Adukoye-Mensah when I say that she made the declaration on the 9th of December. It's not a targeting, it's just a fact that is material in this particular petition.
So thank you. You may continue.
We see how Tsatsu Tsikata was able to argue his facts out. And at the end of the day, judge Netias say, okay, oh dear, Yentu Asoniema Tsatsu Tsikata anyway. Me say, sa history no 2020. Oh dear, oh wa sheda ko YouTube na 2020 election petition. Sanso koko hwebium. Oh wa sheda ko YouTube na sanso koko hwebium 2020 election petition no. Me say you realize that judges no. Judges na mwa Ghana. Yes, the judges na mwa Ghana. 2024 election na NDC wini ye no. Eye no odin. Anka NDC for the omonisi so se o de anya hwe yemfa ye ninsi electoral commission so awon. Ka NDC for so asobe she rough. The NDC wini ye no. Say they had a plan. And for me, I'm also going to say Asidun Ketia was part because of Satan Asidun Ketia Babedane, the national chairman. And you know, NDC put up a proper plan that even overcame the electoral commission systems. And then the NDC win here. And then NDC 4 years our plan on umunisi electoral commission as well, because 2020 challenges are you face here or election imuno. Jim Mensah had to mount the witness box so that Obekasa na mistakes, baby mistakes eba no ya hweso ni yesua so that 2024 yen konkoye those mistakes no. The judges did not allow her enne if for nothing at all cry her chairman won to me case akoso. She send a witness statement eye very serious in chairman won to me case. Anam so amen the chairman won to me achi na tum. She said in atamaklo. She send a witness statement na ende court of appeal. Use witness statement no. Edi rule a ye boss said in atamaklo case no. Egu no. Inti ende o dey say 2 cases we mpo no. We hu send a witness statement ni na no. Ehun hia. Na wo call back. Na waka kwoti ase say in 2020 judges na mpene ama Jim Mensah we electoral commissioner no. Am ye Danny witness. Am mounted witness box no. Omuye ye no Emma ruling in favor of the MPP there. Then I'm telling you, say judges no omo my way. Now just as Tsatsu Tsikata said back then, say adiana wo mu edua no omo betwa. Indeed, omo twae. MPP for ende so an wo musu. Once an MPP for sorry and the judges are biased. Asemwa Tsatsu Tsikata kind no eno na esi. Get to talk on ende ni de eno na esi. Funny enough. Eba say get to talk on yebe yi no. One of the judges are one of the lawyers are against get to talk on I mean make us say clients are we no. I think Tsatsu Tsikata was, I stand to be corrected, but Tsatsu Tsikata was part of the lawyers na omo court against get to talk on. Interesting, right? Some of the videos are as Ghanaians no any can say you allow crime running out of the system. Let us make sure say at least we know our history. At their MPP 4 time. Omo ende wo musu say democracy is under attack no. Omo mreso de to ye wo man we mu no. Yenye ne yenkai ye ho. Ghana ni bia wutie me no. Book we eye asset ba ko a e wo say wo keep e wo fie. To book we ma wo ho. Toma oba. Toma obi biara osumbo e wo wabrabo mu. Wadamfo obi a opese odi ye wabrabo mu bia no. To sa book we your friend the Ghanaian investor. Na sa book we betrel different forms of investment a obetumi aye e wo Ghana ha. Licensed investments. The first one e ya de bia your friend emergency fund. Book we betrel send you be set up emergency fund. Abrabo aye boy bibia betumi ato. If you have an emergency fund, ebeba na aba be save you. Oka betumi asay wo kwan so. Obetumi ayare, oba betumi ayare, nini na emergency fund no ebe take control of all those situations. Book no besan so atrew ade bia ye fe na endowment fund. A obetumi dia protect wo ho any future. Na sa endowment fund no nyame mpengu okokonya accident na untumi nye adwuma bioma, it will take care of you for the rest of your life. Book no besan so atrew send ya obe set up a personal pension fund. Nkrofo bebre eye adwuma wie ekọ retirement omukọ retirement we no mo ho aba betwe omo o set up a personal pension fund. That will not be your case. Most importantly, book we betray how to invest in the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now Ghana Stock Exchange investment basically it means you are buying ownership of Ghanaian companies. Now Ghana Stock Exchange it is one of the best performing markets in the whole world. A lot of people are making money from the Ghana Stock Exchange, but they don't know how to invest in it. Book we betray us idea no. Your investment be why your friend no mutual fund. Book we betray how to invest in a mutual fund. Now mutual fund you don't need to be rich to invest in a mutual fund. I remember an example. You find say wa woba fresh. Now what per license mutual fund e Ghana has say opese odi usikashim. Say to me invest 500 cedis every single month. E a Ghanaian mutual fund moi. By the time I will be 19 years now I done a millionaire. You find say wa fa CB we did 10. Opese da chibi odi every month for 500 cedis e share mutual fund bu emano. By the time I will bano and our fase no obedi 29 years na oye millionaire. Wankasa wutie me we di 40. Nanso wo hwa onye investment bia eno ane say obeye mutual fund every month for 500 cedis e share. By the time obedi 59 years na wenya 1 million Ghana cedis. Into mutual fund that is how it works. Small money every single month. By the time embre ebeba ne sika ayekese. Book we better sanya mani na. So open book no ni PDF and I say ni three video free. And I say WhatsApp number na ewo book ni so sisia. Na say we Ghana ni na wa brochure. Now pay hard copy of the book a very simple call Amazon. Now search for the Ghanaian investor. Place the order. Baby I will be able to ship it. Eddie Abreu. Medasi.